Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Heinz Print Pavilion here on the campus of Menlo College in Atherton, California, for this late season Pac West matchup between Chaminade and Menlo College. And this game means everything for Chaminade. As you take a look at the Pac West standings right now, it is jam-packed, about as jam-packed as you can get, from 2 all the way down to 8. And Westmont currently sits in the second spot at 13-7. After that, Hawaii Pacific at 12-8, Fresno Pacific at 12-8, Chaminade at 11-8, currently sitting in the 5th of 6 spots. Dominican in 6th at 11-9, Concordia in 7th at 11-9, Jessup in 8th at 11-9, and Vanguard in 9th at 10-9. And so Chaminade with a win can move up as high as 3. With a loss, could fall out of the playoffs entirely. So again, this is a huge game for the Chaminade Silver Swords against a Menlo College team that's trying to spoil. They're trying to play spoiler here today. It's been a rough season for Menlo College in their first season with head coach Jamison Montgomery. They're 3-23, 3-17 overall. They lost 11 straight. But today might as well be their NBA Finals, because if they're able to get a win here and spoil Chaminade, that'll be a good flavor in their mouth with one more game to go on the schedule, and another game where they have a chance to spoil against Vanguard. All right, let's give you the starting lineups here for both teams. First, for the visiting Chaminade Silver Swords, their leading scorer, Nathan Medina, will be at guard. Kent King, who's also been fabulous as of late, out there with Roland Banks the first, and then Chris King and Fletcher McDonald to stretch forward. For Menlo, this is how they will line things up. So for Menlo starters, they'll go like this. Kai Brown, who's been a godsend for the Oaks and has really come through as a breakout player here late in the season, out there with Devin Woods, Nick High, Jamal Uno-Akalu, and Luke Wieskamp. So those are the starters for both teams. And again, Chaminade needs to get this win here against a struggling Menlo College team. And Menlo is going to try to do everything in their power to make life harder for Chaminade. Chaminade has won their last 3, so they are hot. Again, Menlo has lost their last 11. But hey, the only thing you can do at this point is play the game here today, and we'll see how it goes between these two teams. We're going to take a break here so that the legendary voice of Heinz Print Pavilion, Matt Hurwitz, can announce the starting lineups and national anthem here in-house, and we'll be back after these messages. You are watching the Pac West Network. Basketball right around the corner here between Chaminade and Menlo College.
Menlo College is a small, private 4-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
National anthem has been sung, and we are about ready for basketball here at Heinz Prim Pavilion between Chaminade and Menlo College. The starting lineups are being announced right now in the arena by Matt Hurwitz. And again, cannot overstate how big of a game this is here for Chaminade. They come off 3 straight wins against Jessup, Azusa Pacific, and Hawaii Hilo. And if they win today, they will move to 12-8 in the standings, which will put them in a tie with Hawaii Pacific and Fresno Pacific in the conversation for the Pac-West playoffs. It's incredible, folks. We got 2-3 games left to go for all these teams. And as we sit right now, only one spot in the playoffs has been decided, and that's Point Loma, who has been pretty much head and shoulders above the rest of the teams in the Pac-West at 17-3 in conference and 22-4 overall. Westmont's at second at 13-7. Hawaii Pacific's in third at 12-8. Fresno Pacific's in fourth at 12-8. Chaminade in fifth at 11-8, but they can get to 12-8 with a win here today. Dominican is behind them at 11-9. Concordia at 11-9. Jessup at 11-9, and Vanguard at 10-9. There is another game going on right now that is huge as far as the Pac-West standings are concerned, and Vanguard is beating Jessup 9-6 right now with a little over 5 minutes gone here in the first half, as that game will be one that I'm sure the Silver Swords will have in the very, 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 very back of their minds, because after all, it's important that they win this game first. Their head coach for the Silver Swords, Eric Bovaird, he is a legend for Chaminade, and he's in his 15th season for the Silver Swords as head coach. 189, 45, and 145, which is a 57% winning percentage in his career. And he's going to try to get a big win here today. As Uno Wakalu will tip things off against Fletcher McDonald. And here comes the tip-off, and Menlo wins it. The officials here today for this men's game, Johnny Harrington, Greg Puccioni, and Jason Fugate. Kai Brown with the ball. Brown has been red hot for the Menlo College Oaks here late in the season. Now it's Wieskamp. Wieskamp into High. High looking around, has that ball knocked away. Brown gets it, mid-range jumper, no good, and rebounded by King. Chaminade with a few guys who have been very good as of late for them. We'll get into that a little bit more later. Chris King passes it off here to Kent King. Chris and Kent brothers. This is Roland Banks the second. Banks gives it into McDonald. Pass back out to King. Another pass to the other King. And Roland Banks getting pressured. He gets inside, passes out to King. King for three. That's good. Kent King drills the three, and it's 3-0 here to start the game with Chaminade out in front. And a 5-second violation is drawn by the Chaminade defense. And already here early on, you can tell Chaminade understands the gravity of this game. They want to make that Pac-West tournament, and if they're going to do it, they got to find a way to win these final 2 games. So Banks will pass it in. Banks into Medina. Medina gets up and gets fouled. And I believe I said final 2 games. It's the final 3 games here for Chaminade. They'll have to play Dominican and Jessup to finish off the season. Nathan Medina will go to the line. He's the leading scorer for Chaminade. He's 7th in the Pac-West in scoring at 15.6 points per game. Medina, who has 2 20-point games in his last 4 and 4 straight double-digit scoring games. He scored 26 on February 17th against Azusa, and then he scored 17 a couple days later against Hawaii Hilo. He makes the first shot. So it's 4-0 Chaminade. Medina, an 84% free thrower. He is phenomenal at the line. His second shot is good. And the 4th best free thrower by percentage in the Pac-West goes 2 for 2. It's 5-0. So Menlo already behind the 8 ball here. And Brown will pass it into Woods. Kyle Morrison here on the call on the Pac-West Network. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Woods gets double teams here in the backcourt. Woods into the front court, passes it to High. High puts up the shot, that's no good. Rebound is brought in by Medina as he goes high to grab that board. Medina back to the basket, dribbles inside, puts up the shot, and that's no good. Rebounded by High. Nice defense there by Kai Brown. Here comes Brown the other way. Brown passes to Unawakalu. Unawakalu puts up the shot, but he traveled first. And so a turnover there for Menlo. When this Menlo offense is running well, Kai Brown and Jamal Unawakalu are the two engines. Brown, we talked about how good he's been as of late. 18 points against Fresno Pacific on February 21st, 21 against Westmont on February 16th, and 23 against Biola on February 14th. This pass is threaded inside by King to McDonald. McDonald makes the shot, and it's 7-0. So Menlo's got to recover here. You can tell, Chaminade, they're not messing around here in this game. They understand what's at stake. Woods gets double teamed. Woods passes it to Brown. Brown inside for High. High out for Unawakalu. He takes the three. That's no good. And rebounded by Kent King. Pass up the floor here to Banks. Banks to King. Chaminade with a lot of different guys who can score the ball. And there's a travel for King. Kent King, the second leading scorer for Chaminade at 15.2 points per game, has had 7 straight double-digit scoring outings. And then Chris King, the third leading scorer, 12.7 points per game, as Woods gets inside, misses the shot, High gets the rebound, and there's a foul. Woods will go to the line. Chris King has had 9 straight double-digit scoring performances. And you can go back even further than that to see 15 out of his last 16 he scored double-digit points. So a lot of guys on this Chaminade team that are comfortable scoring the ball and do score the ball with regularity. And I believe I said Woods was going to the line. I thought he was, but it's actually going to be Nick High who goes to the free throw line here. The officials are now looking at the video board to figure out who's going to take this free throw. If it's High, he's one of the best free throwers in the Pac West at 93%. He doesn't have enough free throws to qualify. I don't know what the exact formula is on that, but if he did, he'd be the top free throw shooter in the Pac West. And now they switch it to Woods, and I think they wanted High to take the free throws. That's why he was standing there. Woods makes the first shot. Woods is not a bad free thrower. He's a 78% free throw shooter. That's actually pretty good, but Nick High is elite, so that's why Jameson Montgomery's trying to sneak Nick High in there. Woods goes 2 of 2 anyway, so 7-2 the score. Kent King with the ball. He hands it off here to Banks. Banks gives it to King. King to Medina. Medina to King. King trying to get around his defender here. Woods defending him nicely. King back to the basket. Nice pass to McDonald, and McDonald gets the layup. And someone's got to cover the weak side there for Menlo, because McDonald was able to just pretty much get wide open in front of the bucket. And there's a turnover. That's going to lead to what could have been an easy layup. Instead, Medina gets it. Medina will get an easy layup. And it's 11-2, and Menlo wants to call timeout here early on in the game. 17-10 remaining here in the first, and Chaminade's already got an 11-2 lead. You're watching the Pac West Network. We'll be back after this.
My name is Sage Para. Before transferring here to Menlo College, I attended a university of about 30,000 students. I didn't know my professors, they didn't know me, and I really didn't want that. I wanted an atmosphere that was more personable, where I got to know my professors and they got to know me, and I also wanted to know my peers. And so, lucky for me, one of my family members reached out and mentioned Menlo College to me, and it's been the best decision of my college career. Being an Oak is being a part of a big family, and I can't wait to come back as an alumni and give back to this family that has given so much to me.
It's 11-2 Chaminade with just under 3 minutes gone here in the first half, and Menlo already using their first timeout to try to just regroup, as Brown will pass it into Woods. Woods gets double teamed in the backcourt, splits the double team, gives it to Wieskamp. Brown over the timeline. Brown and Woods, the backcourt duo for Menlo. Again, Menlo's lost 11 straight. Give to Wieskamp. Wieskamp to Woods. Woods almost loses the dribble there. Gives it up to Wieskamp. 10 seconds of the shot clock. Back to Woods. Woods with 7 seconds. 6. Passes out to Una Wakalu. Una Wakalu gets inside. Puts up the shot instead. Passes out to Wieskamp. Wieskamp for 3. That's good. Luke Wieskamp at the end of the shot clock nails the 3. The 35% free three-point shooter makes it 11-5. King loses the ball out of bounds. It was knocked away by High. So 11-5 here as Jonathan Moxie will come into the game. Moxie, one of the top scorers for Menlo off the bench. Pass in here to King. King posting up high. Passes it out for McDonald. McDonald for 3, and that's good. And it's hard to get more wide open than Fletcher McDonald was right there. And it's 14-5 as this goes out of bounds. Knocked away there by the aggressive defense from Chaminade. McDonald already with 7 points here tonight. And McDonald came in averaging 9 points a game, so he's almost at his average already here, and we're not even 4 minutes in the game. High getting double teamed and has it taken away by Medina. Medina makes the layup, and it's 16-5. And right now, Chaminade is dominating every facet of the game early on. Jonathan Moxie here in the backcourt. Passes it up to Brown. Brown up to Una Wakalu. Una Wakalu gets fouled. And so that'll lead us to the media timeout here. At a 16-5 score. We'll take a break. 15:52 remaining here in the first half. First media timeout. You're watching the Pac West Network. Returning from break here, 16-5. Chaminade out in front. Menlo is going to be taking free throws here out of the break as they come out of their huddle. Menlo already down by 11 here, and we're only at the first media timeout, or at least coming out of the first media timeout here. Una Wakalu going to the free throw line. Una Wakalu, a 76% free thrower. 12.6 points per game, the transfer from UC Davis. He's kind of a hot and cold scorer. Some days he looks untouchable. Other days he has a hard time getting into a rhythm. He's coming off of 3 straight double-digit scoring games, though, in his last 3 games as he makes the first free throw. 16-6 the score. Una Wakalu, again, a D1 transfer coming here to this Menlo College team. Second free throw is good. It's 16-7. And Una Wakalu can jump with the highest of jumpers in the basketball world. Ken King with the ball, gives it off to Medina. Medina, jab step, now takes a long-range 3. That's good, Nathan Medina, and that's what Medina can do. He is a great three-point shooter. And a bad pass there from Brown goes off the backboard. Here comes Chaminade, and that layup is good on the other end here from Sasser. Sasser into the game, makes it 21-7. This is Quentin Thompson into the game. Now Moxie has it. Moxie up for Wieskamp. Wieskamp thought about the 3, gives it to Moxie. And Wieskamp probably should have taken that shot. He was wide open. Moxie directing traffic, gives it to Thompson here. Thompson trying to get through a double team, and he'll get fouled. Well, Chaminade is heavily pressuring in the backcourt. If Menlo can find a way to just get through those double teams and get through that full court, they have open shots on the other end of the floor. The issue has been finishing some of those shots here on the other end. Moxie looking for an opening. This is Kai Brown. Brown to Thompson. Thompson puts up a shot. That's good, off the glass. So Quentin Thompson, who comes in averaging 8.3 points per game, gets the deuce. 21-9. King passes it to Haddock. Back to King. This is King, the other King, as he passes it up here, and that'll go out of bounds. So Micaiah Weish into the game here for Chaminade, and now Woods will check in for Menlo as Unawakalu comes out of the game. Haddock passes it into King. King mid-range jumper, that's good. And Chaminade can't miss right now. Chaminade shooting 90%. They're 9 of 10 from the field. This pass goes awry. Here comes King the other way, and King is going to make the easy layup, and it's 25-9. It is all Chaminade right now. Moxie in the backcourt. Up to Thompson. Thompson to Wieskamp. Wieskamp back to the basket. Wieskamp almost has it stripped away by Weish. Wieskamp gives it to Moxie. Here's Brown. Brown dribbles inside and loses the ball but gets fouled. So Kai Brown will go to the free throw line. Well, we talked about how hot Kai Brown has been here late in the season, but he's yet to score here in the first almost 6 minutes of play. We're at 14:05 remaining in the first half. Brown will go to the line here. His first shot is good. Brown, a 71% free thrower. So it's 25-10. Second shot here from Kai Brown. Here it is. And that's no good. Rebounded by Weish. So Haddock in the backcourt here. Brings it over the timeline. Haddock looking for a passing lane. Gives it to Weish. This is King. King trying to get past Thompson. Can't seem to do it. 10 seconds to the shot clock. But a foul on Thompson. So King trying to get past the lanky, I should say, forward for Menlo. And gets called for a foul there, does Thompson. Pass into Weish, and someone fell asleep on the Menlo defense there because Weish just cut straight to the basket, completely unfettered. 27-10. Thompson in the backcourt here gives it to Brown. Brown over the timeline gives it to Moxie. Moxie, nice pass to a cutting Thompson, who's going to get fouled, and he'll go to the line. So you can see Menlo's offense trying to look a little bit better, but they're down by 17 already here with 13:27 remaining in the first half. And Quentin Thompson will go to the free throw line. He's struggled a bit with his free throws this year, 61% for Thompson. Quentin Thompson, the sophomore out of Stockton, California. His first free throw is no good. So Thompson's a Valley kid. Unawakalu will check back in here for Menlo. Here comes Thompson's second shot. And that is no good. And rebounded by Weish. So Chaminade, after an empty trip at the line from Thompson, trying to extend their 17-point lead. King to Weish in the corner. That's no good, about the only thing Chaminade's missed today. Thompson gets the rebound. This is Moxie. Moxie gives it to Unawakalu. Here's High. Hand off to Woods. Woods takes a deep three here and drains it. Devin Woods makes the three. He's only a 20% three-point shooter, but you wouldn't know it there. They sagged off of him, and he made Chaminade pay. 27-13. Menlo still down by 14. King back to the basket here. Hand off to Weish. Weish finds a nice cutting Haddock, but Haddock can't finish, and that's because he's fouled. So Haddock will go to the line. A beautiful pass there from Weish. Haddock, a 75% free thrower. He'll go to the line here. Came in averaging 7 points per game. So Haddock trying to extend this already big lead here for Chaminade. Again, a huge game here for Chaminade. And up in Northern California, about 2 hours away from us, actually more about 2.5 hours, I guess. Haddock makes the first free throw. Vanguard is leading Jessup 28-24, which is also a big game. As we try to decode this hodgepodge of Pac West teams in the standings and figure out who's going to make the playoffs. 29-13, or I suppose the tournament's the correct way to refer to it. High will pass it in and get it into Woods. Woods saves that from a steal, gives it up to Unawakalu with a quarterback pass, and Unawakalu gets an easy layup. Nice play there from Woods, good eyes. 29-15. So Banks brings it over the timeline here for Chaminade. Banks looking for options. Gives it to Sasser. Sasser, spin move, looking around, and almost turns it over. He does turn it over, but first a kick ball is called. And that's going to be very frustrating for Menlo because Menlo had another fast break there if they're able to move that ball up the court in rhythm. And so Banks will pass it in for Chaminade. 12:15 here on the clock. So once we tick under 12, the next stoppage will be the media timeout, our second media here in the first half. Banks up to McDonald. McDonald, and he was fouled on the floor, which will be the fourth foul here in the first half for Menlo. Chaminade at 5 fouls already, so 2 more fouls, and Menlo will be in the single bonus. Banks will pass it in. High arcing pass to King. And King almost steps backcourt, and he does. Kent King stepped behind the line there to go backcourt. And so Menlo will get the ball back. A mistake there for Chaminade, a very rare mistake with how they've been playing so far here in this game. And mind you, Chaminade's still shooting 85%. Menlo's shooting 57%. They're having a great shooting day, but they're still down by 14. High gives it to Brown. Brown gives it to High. High along the baseline, and he stepped out of bounds. And so some sloppy play here from both teams over the last couple sequences. And now Chaminade will pass it in. It'll be Kent King doing the honors. Bounce pass here to Banks. Next clock stoppage will be the second media. King being double teamed in the backcourt. Up to Banks. Banks up to Sasser. Sasser gets inside, puts up the shot, no good. Battle for the rebound, and J.D. Beasley, fresh in the game, gets the board. Beasley has that tipped, but gets it to Moxie somehow. Moxie up the court here to Brown, and Brown is pushed, and that's a foul there on Banks. That'll be the 6th team foul here in the first half, and that'll take us to our second media timeout. 29-15 Chaminade as we go to break. You are watching the Pac West Network.
Menlo College is a small private 4-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
(29-15) the score. Chaminade out in front, but Menlo's shown some signs of life here as of late. And this huge game with implications for the Silver Swords in the Pac West standings. Again, Chaminade, if they win this game, will be tied for the 3rd seed in the Pac West standings with 2 games for them to go. If they lose this game, then they'll be in a very rough spot, needing a lot of help. And they'll be on the outside looking in as far as the Pac West standings. Kai Brown over the timeline gives it to Moxie. Moxie to High. High almost loses it. Could have been a travel. Passes it to Brown. 5 seconds of the shot clock. Wieskamp in the corner for 3, and that's good! Wieskamp nails his second 3 of the night, and it's 29-18. Luke Wieskamp with 6 points. Banks up to McDonald. McDonald's had a good night. McDonald, spin move, passes it out to King. King between the legs dribble, crossover. Handoff here to the other King. King out to Banks. Banks, nice pass to McDonald, and McDonald's fouled on the floor. That was a good foul there by Nick High, especially considering the timing. He got him before he went up. And you usually don't want to foul if given the option, but if he didn't foul there, that was going to be an easy layup. McDonald gets it back here off the inbounds. McDonald gets blocked there by Wieskamp, gets back his own rebound. McDonald again, and he gets blocked again by Wieskamp, and Menlo gets the ball. Here comes Moxie up the floor. Moxie the pass to Beasley, into the corner for Brown. Brown for 3, no good, air ball. That was a contested shot there for Brown. Here comes Medina up the floor. Medina to King. King goes up, and King misses the layup, but a foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. So Chris King will go to the line here. Luke Wieskamp leading the way for scoring for Menlo. On the Chaminade side, Medina's got 9, and then Kent King has 7, and Fletcher McDonald with 7. This is the first free throw attempt here for Chris King, and he's yet to score here today, which is not what usually happens when Chris King's playing. He makes the first free throw to make it a 12-point game. It's 30-18. Well, I've watched a lot of Menlo College basketball because I've called a lot of Menlo College basketball this year, and although the record is not pretty by any means, sitting at 3-23, I can promise you one thing about this team, coached by Jamison Montgomery, and that is they are not going to quit. And they understand this is a big game for Chaminade, so they're going to play their hearts out. Kai Brown in the backcourt. Brown, and that's picked off by Medina. Medina trying to alley-oop it to King, and that ends up allowing Brown to block it away. And you try to get a little cocky there, and it ends up not working out for Chaminade, but they keep the ball. McDonald gives it to Banks. Banks takes a long 3, no good, rebounded by Thompson. Thompson runs it up the floor. Thompson into the corner here for Brumfield. Brumfield for 3, and that's no good. Battle for the rebound, it goes out of bounds off of Thompson, so Brumfield just cannot get that one to go down. And so Chaminade will get the ball back. 31-18 Silver Swords. Banks brings it over the timeline. Passes it off to King, and King loses it out of bounds. So another mistake there from Chaminade, and hey look, Chaminade, they're shooting it great, although their percentage has dropped a bit. They're at 65%, but some of these turnovers are killing them. They're still up by 13, but they could be up by much more. Beasley up the court, passes to Wieskamp. Wieskamp in the corner for 3, that's good! Wieskamp with 3 3-pointers in the net, and it's 31-21. Wieskamp 3 for 3 on 3s today, and a travel here by King. So this momentum starting to switch over to Menlo's side here. Beasley will pass it in for the Oaks. Kai Brown over the timeline. Brown trying to thread the needle to Wieskamp. Nice play by Wieskamp to save that from going out of bounds. Back out to Brown. Brown's asking for a screen here. Now he gets double teamed. Brown trying to pass out of it, and that gets knocked away. Nice defense from Chaminade. Here comes King the other way, and King will get the easy layup. So Kent King makes it 33-21, and he's got 9 points. He's tied for the team lead on Chaminade, and there's a foul from King, and that is significant because that is the 7th team foul for Chaminade, and that means that Kai Brown will shoot 1 and 1. 9:04 remaining here in the first half. Kai Brown goes to the free throw line here. Brown 1 for 2 on free throws. And again, this is a 1-and-1 situation. His first shot is good, so he'll earn the second. 33-22 the score. Brown at 2 points, very much underneath his scoring averages, especially his scoring averages lately. 33-22. Brown trying to get this back to a 10-point game here on this next free throw. Here it comes. And that's good. 33-23. And now Max Sheridan will sub in for his first playing time, and he can be a spark plug for the Oaks as well. So a 10-point game here. Banks up the floor. Banks passes it to King. King to Medina. Well, Chaminade felt like they were in full control for a while, but Menlo's just kind of slowly but surely chipped away. Sasser inside, and Sasser loses the ball. He turns it over. Here comes Menlo. Beasley up the floor. Beasley to Brumfield. Brumfield in the corner for Sheridan. Sheridan for 3. That's no good, and the rebound is brought in by Banks. That would have been a big shot if Sheridan was able to hit that. Medina, and he gets fouled by Beasley. That was an easy call. Beasley gave him the elbow. And that's the 7th foul for Menlo in the half, which means that Medina will go to the free throw line, and Medina is a phenomenal free throw shooter. Nathan Medina, the Long Beach, California native. So he's a California kid. SoCal kid, though. So this is not necessarily a homecoming for him. He transferred from Biola after last season. His first free throw is good. He started 13 games last year for Biola before suffering a season-ending injury. He averaged 12 points. So he had some redemption on his mind when he came to Chaminade, and he's had a great year. 34-23. Here comes the second shot from Medina, and that's good. Make it 35-23. It's a 12-point game. Thompson gives it to Moxie on the bounce pass. Moxie up to Sheridan. Sheridan to Brumfield. Brumfield back to Moxie. Moxie gives it to Brumfield. This is Sheridan again. Sheridan to Thompson. Thompson gets free and gets the dunk. Great move there from Thompson as he was able to get by Haddock, and it's a 10-point game once again, 35-25. This is Kent King. King, out for King. This is Chris King for 3. That's no good, and Sheridan with the rebound. Next clock stoppage will be the third media timeout of the half. Moxie up to Wieskamp. Wieskamp to Brumfield. And this is Moxie. Moxie to Brumfield. Brumfield back to Moxie. Moxie will take the 3, and that's good. Jonathan Moxie brings this within single digits. It's 35-28, and Moxie's got his first 3 points of the game. King dribbles inside. King out for Sasser. Sasser misses the 3, and Brumfield with the rebound. So things getting more and more promising for the Oaks. Brumfield up the court. Brumfield to Sheridan. Back to Moxie. Menlo with the momentum right now. They got to keep on building on this. Moxie to Brumfield. Brumfield back to the basket. Gets inside, puts up the shot, no good, and rebounded by King. 7 minutes left to go here in the first half, and a nice pass up the floor there to Sasser for the easy dunk. Good court vision there from King. And this is going to be the media timeout. So 37-28 the score. Chaminade out in front. We'll go to break here. You're watching the Pac West Network.
Menlo College is a small private four-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletics.
So out of the media timeout, 37-28, Chaminade out in front here with 6:53 remaining here in the first half. Sheridan will pass it in for Menlo. Sheridan to Kai Brown in the backcourt. He's being pressured here by King. And he's got to get it up in the front court. He'll find high up to Unawakalu. Unawakalu waits patiently and gets the layup. He waited for McDonald to jump up in the air and then was able to expertly put it in the basket. 37-30 is the score. King gives it to McDonald. McDonald passes it to King. King, mid-range jumper, no good, and the rebound by High. So Menlo with a chance to bring this within 5. Moxie puts up the layup, no good. And this is going to go out of bounds off of McDonald. So a mistake there from Chaminade as McDonald just could not corral that rebound. Unawakalu now with 6 points. Wieskamp still leading the way for Menlo with 9. Medina leading the way for Chaminade with 11, while Kent King has 9. Kai Brown will pass it in. Brown into Sheridan. Sheridan trapped in the corner, he gets out of it. This is High. High, they give to Moxie. Moxie to High. High back to the basket, puts up the shot. It's good and one. Nick High will go to the free throw line with a chance to cut this lead to 4. And High, his first 2 points of the game, come in a big spot. And Menlo continues to cut into this disadvantage. High, again, an elite free thrower. He's 54 for 58 on the season. That's a 93% free throw ratio. Here comes the shot. And it's good. 37-33. At one point, Menlo was down 25-10. They're actually up down 27-10. This is Sasser. He gives it out to King. King back to the basket here. Gives it up for Banks. Banks layup contested by Unawakalu, and he not only contests it, but gets the rebound. Here comes Brown. Brown to High, but that's knocked away by Haddock. Haddock with good defense, but then it's given right back to Unawakalu, who misses the layup, but he gets fouled. That was almost another and one opportunity. But as is, Menlo will take it as Unawakalu will go to the free throw line with an opportunity to cut this disadvantage to 2. What a comeback here for Menlo. Unawakalu, a 76% free throw shooter. He's 2 of 2 from the line here today. Here's his first shot, and that's no good. So now 2 of 3 is Unawakalu at the line here today. 37-33. And hey, both teams are shooting it about even now. Chaminade has really cooled off here in the latter half of the first half. They were shooting like 90% in the first 6 minutes. Now they're down to 57%, which is still good. Menlo also shooting very well at 56%. Unawakalu makes the second shot, and it's 37-34. Kent King with the ball. Gives it off to Banks. Banks looking around. Passes it to McDonald. McDonald out for Haddock. Haddock for 3. That's no good. Battle for the rebound, and Brown trying to save it, but it's going to go out of bounds. So Haddock took the 3, but couldn't get it to go, but Chaminade will keep possession. 37-34. Banks passes it in here to King. King, spin move. And that's knocked away there by High. Great defense from Nick High with the steal. And here come the Oaks. Sheridan for 3 for the tie. It's no good. Unawakalu with the rebound, though, to keep it alive. Almost knocked away by Medina. Unawakalu passes it out from Moxie. Moxie into High. High for the layup. It's good. It's a 1-point game. 37-36. All Menlo here over the last 8 or so minutes. It's a 1-point game. Medina with the ball. Medina between the legs dribbles. He gets inside, puts up the layup, and that's good. Nathan Medina with a beautiful shot and a beautiful finish. He's got 13. Push up the court. Nick High with the dunk. Chaminade fell asleep on defense. And Chaminade will call timeout here to address what just happened. They're going to stretch this to the media. 4:30 remaining here in the first half. 39-38. Menlo College is within 1 point after being down by as much as 17. We'll take a break here on the Pac West Network.
My name is Sage Para. Before transferring here to Menlo College, I attended a university of about 30,000 students. I didn't know my professors, they didn't know me, and I really didn't want that. I wanted an atmosphere that was more personable, where I got to know my professors and they got to know me, and I also wanted to know my peers. And so, lucky for me, one of my family members reached out and mentioned Menlo College to me, and it's been the best decision of my college career. Being an Oak is being a part of a big family, and I can't wait to come back as an alumni and give back to this family that has given so much to me.
(39-38) the score. Menlo, who at one point was down by 17 points, here with an opportunity if they can get a stop and a bucket to take the lead before the end of the first half, which is just phenomenal. And it's incredible because this is the only first half, but the energy in this gymnasium has been palpable from these Menlo fans as they've made this comeback. Haddock will pass it in to Banks. Chaminade's got to recover here. They got to regroup. Banks, the give to Haddock. Haddock being guarded closely, gives it to Weish. Weish trying to find a passing lane, gives it to Medina. Medina with 10 on the shot clock, driving towards the bucket, puts up the layup off the rim, but he gets fouled. So Medina will go to the free throw line, and Nathan Medina has really been saving Chaminade here tonight. He's got 13 points. He's the only one in double digits. Medina will go to the line here. So it looks like they stretched that last timeout to the media. So we should, of course, borrowing another timeout from another coach, be going to the end of the half here with no more media timeouts as Medina misses the first free throw. And that's very rare for Medina, who's a great free throw shooter. Again, he came in over 84%, 39-38. Medina trying to make this a 2-point lead. Here's the shot, and it's good. 40-38 the score. Thompson will pass it in. He gets it into Moxie. And Menlo has had some success getting through this four-court press by doing exactly that. Long pass to Wieskamp into High. High makes the layup. It's a tie game, 40-40. These long passes from Menlo are splitting these full-court pressures from Chaminade. King misses the three, and here comes Menlo with a chance to take the lead. Brown up to Moxie. Moxie inside, but it'll get tipped away. And so we remain in a tie game. Menlo will pass it in. What a first half this has been. Incredible that after this we still got another 20 minutes of basketball. Brown passes it to Thompson. Thompson on the high post. Thompson driving towards the rim, and he gets the layup. Menlo has taken the lead. It's 42-40. Medina loses the ball, but he's fouled. And so Medina will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. And Menlo not happy about that foul call. They're having some words with the officials. 9th team foul of Menlo, so this will be the final 1-and-1 chance here for Chaminade in the first half. Vanguard's up by 12 on Jessup up in Rockland as Medina makes the first shot. It's 38-26 early in the second half. Here comes the second shot from Medina, and that's good. 42-42 the score. Kai Brown gets the ball. Brown over the timeline, so Chaminade ties it right back up. Medina now with 16 points. Moxie into Thompson. Thompson passes it to Wieskamp, who misses the layup. That was wide open. Here comes King the other way. King into the corner. This is Banks. Banks for three, and he makes it. Chaminade retakes the lead, and he's talking all kinds of junk over to the Menlo bench. 45-42 the score. Passing to Moxie. Brown almost loses it. I think Jameson Montgomery wanted a technical there on Banks for talking to his bench, and I've seen technicals handed out for those kind of infractions before. In fact, I saw it earlier in the season, charged against Menlo when Jalen Kiago was talking junk to the bench. Bad pass there by Thompson. Here comes King the other way. King gets inside and makes the layup, and it's 47-42. Jameson Montgomery will call timeout as he tries to stop this momentum here for Chaminade. He also wants to have some words with the referees, and that'll be a technical foul on Banks as he bumps into the official. And so Banks will get a technical foul there, and things are getting a little chippy here at Heinz Prim Pavilion, and now the officials are going to have a word. My, oh my, a ton to clean up as we come back from this break. As is, it's 47-42, and we'll take a moment here to go to commercial. 2:34 remaining in the first half. You're watching the Pac West Network.
Hi everyone, we're the women's basketball team. We're super excited for this new year, and we truly appreciate any help you can give us. Whatever you can give will be great. Thank you so much. Go Oaks!
So out of the timeout, 47-42 Chaminade, and a very interesting situation where Roland Banks just kind of ran into the official, and Banks was already on thin ice because he was talking to the Menlo bench after hitting a three and didn't get charged for a technical, which has been called a technical in other instances this season. So High will now go shoot technical free throws here for Menlo. He's their best free throw shooter. And if he hits both of these, it's a three-point game. High makes the first shot. It's 47-43. So here comes the second shot from Nick High. And High makes it. So High now in double figures. That happened fast. He's at 11. He hadn't scored in the first 10 to 12 minutes of the game, and now he's the only Oak in double figures at 11. So he's gone off here late in the first half. Quentin Thompson will pass it in here for Menlo. And he gets it to Beasley. Beasley being guarded closely here by Weish in the backcourt. Beasley into the front court, and he's fouled. And now he's talking all this junk with Weish, and people gotta split them apart, and I think they just gave a technical foul to Weish. Another technical foul on Chaminade, and I think they just ejected someone. So things are getting very rowdy here at Heinz Prim Pavilion. And they just called a tech. I think they called another tech on Wieskamp. So this is going to be dueling techs as the officials talk it over. Weish was talking to Beasley. I think Beasley started it, but then Weish took it to another level. The referees are sending both teams to their benches. And now the officials have a lot to sort out over at the video board. And Menlo, look, this game means everything for Chaminade. We've talked about the ramifications. If Chaminade doesn't win this game, they have a major uphill battle to try to make it into the Pac West tournament. If they do win this game, they're in a really good spot. And Menlo is playing for nothing. Menlo right now comes into this game at 3-17. They're in last place in the Pac-West Conference. They're not making the playoffs. But their attitude and their intensity, I mean, everything that Chaminade has thrown at Menlo, Menlo has thrown it right back to Chaminade. And that is something that you have to give Jamison Montgomery a lot of credit for as the head coach. The fact that Menlo has this kind of intensity and this kind of game that means so much to Chaminade and really doesn't mean anything to Menlo. And the officials are figuring out what they're going to do here. It looked like there was a technical foul called on Weish. And then it looked like the official put 1-5 up, which would be a technical foul on Wieskamp of Menlo. If that's the case, that's a double tech. And I don't think we would get free throws. So we'll await the official word here from Hurwitz. Matt Hurwitz, the voice here of Heinz Sprint Pavilion. So it's only going to be one technical foul on Weish. I swore that he put up 1-5, but as is, Nick High will get 2 more free throws. And there's the first shot. I also saw an ejection motion from the referee, so I thought someone might have gotten ejected, but it doesn't look like that happened either. 47-45. High at 12 points. Here's his second free throw. And Chaminade has pretty much just gifted Menlo's best free thrower 4 free throws. And now Beasley will go to the line because he gets to shoot the bonus. And Chaminade will maybe have just handed Menlo the lead back with these fouls. Beasley's first shot is no good. So that's a break there for Chaminade that Beasley doesn't hit that one. Beasley 5 of 8 now on free throws this season. He doesn't shoot a lot of free throws. And he makes the second. So it's tie again, 47-47. Haddock gives it to Medina. What a game this has already been, and this is still only the first half. Medina gives it to King. This arena is electric right now. King looking around, gives it up to King. King, with 10 seconds of the shot clock, takes the mid-range floater, no good, and rebounded by High. High with his 3rd rebound of the first half. Here comes Moxie, less than 2 minutes to go here in the first. Moxie gives it to Thompson. Thompson to High. High makes the shot. He makes the layup. High's got 15 points, and it's a 2-point game, 49-47. What a first half for Nick High. Medina gives it to King. What a first half for Menlo. Haddock gets inside. Looking for options, gives it out to King. Does Chaminade have a response here? King gets a screen from McDonald. King takes the 3, and that's no good. Battle for the rebound is about to go out of bounds, and it's brought in by Moxie. Moxie up to Thompson. Thompson to High. High back to Thompson. Menlo passing this around the perimeter. Wieskamp has it. Wieskamp to Beasley. Clock ticking down to a minute left to go here in the first. Thompson in the corner. Thompson into High. He's being double teamed. 7 seconds of the shot clock. This is Beasley. He gives it up to Wieskamp. Wieskamp corner 3. It's good! Luke Wieskamp! 12 points! 4 3-pointers. It's 52-47. Medina to Haddock. Haddock spin move, gets inside and misses the layup. Beasley with the rebound. Menlo here in a situation where there's a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Beasley almost loses the ball and then it gets knocked out of bounds by King. So McDonald will check back in here. So since Chaminade had a 27-10 lead, Menlo has outscored Chaminade 42-20. Thompson will pass it into Moxie. Moxie's going to hang on to it here. He wants to make sure that Chaminade has as little time as possible to take the final shot of the quarter. Excuse me, of the half. Moxie with 6 seconds, 5 seconds of the shot clock. 4, 3, Moxie dribbles in, passes it out. Thompson with 1 second. Thompson is going to not be able to get a shot off. So that's a shot clock violation. At the very least, though, there, you run the clock all the way down. Now Chaminade has only 4.7 seconds to get a shot on their own end. King will pass it in. He gives it into King. King over the timeline. King dribbles inside, puts up the shot. It's blocked by High. Nick High with the block to finish off what was a phenomenal half for Nick High. But first, did they call a foul there? They did. They called a foul. They called a foul on Wieskamp. So now the referees have to figure out how much time is left on the clock here in the first half, and that's why the official's going over to the laptop. Well, folks, I think this first half said everything that you could ask for. And again, this is only the first half. We still have 20 more minutes to go. Menlo's on pace for over 100 points. Chaminade's not far behind him. Both teams are shooting over 50%. Menlo's shooting 62% right now. I don't know if that's sustainable. Chaminade's shooting 52%. They were shooting 90% like 8 minutes into the first half. Official still looking over at the computer. And we'll see how much time they put on the clock here. Kent King is getting ready to take the free throws. It's 0.4 seconds. 0.4 seconds on the clock. King at the line. He makes the first. So King now with 12 points. Medina's got 16. So both those guys have pulled their weight. King's second shot is no good. A touch will end the half. And so King goes 1 of 2 from the line to end the half. 52-48 Menlo. And folks, buckle those seatbelts because this second half is going to be something. And we're going to take a break for the halftime countdown. And we'll be back with more basketball action here between Menlo and Chaminade. And folks, do not switch that dial, because if you do, you will regret it. You are watching the Pac West Network. Menlo up 52-48 against Chaminade. We'll be back after this halftime break.
My name is Stephen Weiner. I'm the president of Menlo College. I joined the Menlo College community 10 years ago. And in my decade here, I have seen the institution grow in really wonderful ways. We've expanded programs, we've grown enrollment. If I set aside 2 somewhat precarious years that were pandemic era, it's been a wonderful decade. What's really wonderful, though, is I have a lot more to look forward to. We're approaching our centennial. Menlo College was founded in 1927. 96 years ago, we looked a lot different than we look today. They were all local. They were from what was then known only as the San Francisco Peninsula, but of course what is now the world-famous Silicon Valley. We had 27 students that year. They were all men by statute. We did, though, have 3 athletic teams, including horse polo. Fast forward 96 years, as we do approach our centennial, we've changed a lot in meaningful ways. Fundamentally, we still serve the same mission, but we serve all students. We have students from all walks of life, from all over the world. We have 45 countries represented on our campus today. We have 20 states from within this country represented on our campus. We have 2 minority-serving designations by the federal government, both Hispanic-serving institution and Asian American, Native American, Pacific Islander serving institution. Less than 1% of all colleges and universities in the United States have achieved that dual status. We're proud that Menlo is among them. Fast forward 96 years, we have 18 teams, no longer horse polo, but we have 18 teams that are incredibly competitive. We won our first 2 national titles in 2019. We've won a slew of conference titles. The 2 most recent ones, and a little bit of poetry in motion, were women's golf and women's wrestling. The reason it was poetic was because they both took place at the moment we were celebrating the 50th anniversary of the first class of women at Menlo College. We've had a number of successes during this pandemic era that are putting us on a momentum that we're celebrating. We opened our first new building in many, many years on this campus, a 288-bed residence hall. We raised over $27 million from donors over the course of the pandemic to build that building, and it's open now, fully funded from donations. We announced our intention for the first time in Menlo's history to offer graduate degree programs. We're about to launch Masters of Arts in Sports and Performance Psychology and a Masters of Science in Information Systems. We also announced our intention to pursue membership in NCAA. When we issued that announcement on social media, we actually set a record for Menlo College of the number of views in a 24-hour period. Pretty remarkable. It speaks to the importance of this move. We believe Menlo College athletics and Menlo College more broadly has matured to the point that we're ready to meet NCAA expectations. We've done that with NAIA and done that in ways that we think speak to the values of D2 membership in NCAA. For 12 of the last 13 years, we've achieved Champion of Character recognition, gold level. And that reflects the fact that our student athletes are successful in competition, they're successful in the classroom, they're successful outside of the classroom in student leadership roles on our campus, and they're committed to community service. All of those values we hold dearly, NAIA held dearly, we think will make NCAA proud of our contribution because our student athletes will carry those same commitments to achieving those values as a member of NCAA D2. We look forward to it. Should mention a couple things. Our student athletes represent 53% of our students. Huge presence on our campus at this point in time. And it's a point of pride that they are so involved and so engaged and so successful. In combination, all of these activities in a very, very difficult time because of the pandemic has produced something remarkable at Menlo College. This past fall, we saw a 50% increase in our new student enrollment, set a record at Menlo College. It's all part of what we think of as the momentum. And we think NCAA membership will just accelerate that momentum, as reflected in the social media hits that we saw, as reflected in what we are hearing back from our current campus community about the excitement of a move to NCAA. It's right for Menlo. We look forward to working with NCAA and the current members in Division II to ensure that we move not just Menlo forward, but move the conference that we hope to join and the association that we hope to join forward. Our teams are known as the Menlo Oaks, so a constant refrain of mine is Go Oaks. Now and forever, Go Oaks.
So what brought me here was I got a sociology degree, worked in tech for a few years. I was at Tesla. I ended up getting in contact with the program director here because I wanted to make a change back into the sports industry. We hopped on a phone call. He told me about the program. I was already looking at programs at the time, so everything just kind of lined up and I made my decision.
So I got to Menlo in 2019 as a freshman, pre-COVID, and I stayed all the way through. Throughout it all, it's felt like a home base for me, and it's always felt safe and comfortable. So I knew after graduating, I wanted to stay involved somehow. I heard about the master's program, the sports psychology master's program. It was a perfect next step. Having been affiliated with athletics here and having a great relationship with my coach and the other coaches involved, it was super easy to just connect with them and reach out and express my interest, and they were super interested right back. So the professors and the resources here made it really easy to transition right in.
The program is pretty flexible and also at the same time geared towards coaches and sports in general. So it just really aligns with having a sports background, wanting to be in sports in general, and specifically sports psychology.
I love it. Feels like just a perfect next step. If you graduate from the psych program here at Menlo, it sets you up right away to step into it. If you're affiliated with sports, if you're interested in sports psychology, it's a perfect next step. I love it. I feel like it's been a great step for me, and it feels like home right here at Menlo.
Aloha and welcome to Menlo College in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm Kylie, representing the class of 2025. I come from Kapolei, Hawaii, and I'm here to give you a glimpse into what life is like here at Menlo College. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 15-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio ensures plenty of individualized attention, allowing students to thrive academically and personally. We offer degrees in business and psychology, providing students with a unique blend of academic excellence and real-world experience. Beyond the campus, Menlo College is near San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of opportunities await. Our proximity to this vibrant city provides students with endless possibilities for internships, networking, and exploration. At Menlo, you'll not only receive a top-notch education, but also develop the skills and mindset needed to succeed in today's global society. Menlo College has something for everyone. I invite you to come experience it for yourself and see firsthand of what makes Menlo so special. We're looking forward to welcoming you soon. Mahalo for watching.
When I look at this building, I see opportunity. I see a future. I see a community. The John Arriaga Residence Hall has opened a new chapter of independence in my life. It's a place I can call home with wheelchair accessibility. This new dorm has allowed me to live on campus and fully experience student life. Living here helped me develop relationships that will last me a lifetime. All of whom helped me navigate the campus, have brought me daily joy, and made me feel an important part of Menlo College. I can speak from experience how the John Arriaga Hall will continue to be a central location to celebrate student diversity and all of their abilities. My truly heartfelt thanks to John Arriaga, his family, and all the supporters for making it all possible. I am proud to be an Oak.
My name is Logan. I'm here to pursue my master's in information systems at Menlo College. I've really enjoyed the MSIS program because of the people involved with it and the opportunities it's going to provide me once I'm completed the program. My professors have allowed me to build my network, and that's invaluable.
Hi everyone, my name is Anthony. I am here at Menlo College. I am majoring in the Management and Information Systems program. I'm coming to this program with a wealth of background, wealth of knowledge in different aspects. I'm a former student here, so I know what it means to be part of the Menlo community. I am looking to do a career pivot, and what better place than to come back to Menlo, to where it all started, to up my experience, up my knowledge, and be able to take that back into the workforce. I really love this program. I love my classmates, I love my professors, and the knowledge that I'm getting is very vast. It's invaluable, and I would highly recommend anybody to take this program.
The Masters in Information Systems program is great for those looking to break into tech. It's also designed for people from all different backgrounds. It's laid out to accommodate professionals who are seeking to increase their technical knowledge with options in either cybersecurity or data analytics. I really love it here at Menlo College, and I know you will too.
Hi, my name is Sage Para. Before transferring here to Menlo College, I attended a university of about 30,000 students. I didn't know my professors, they didn't know me, and I was just another student in an auditorium of 500. And I really didn't want that. I wanted an atmosphere that was more personable, where I got to know my professors and they got to know me, and I also wanted to know my peers. And so, lucky for me, one of my family members reached out and mentioned Menlo College to me, and it's been the best decision of my college career. Being an Oak is being a part of a big family, and I can't wait to come back as an alumni and give back to this family that has given so much to me.
Well, with Tupac Shakur and his wonderful song California Love playing here at Heinz Brim Pavilion, we get you ready for a second half of basketball that seems like it's going to provide a ton of fireworks after what we saw in the first. Menlo's up 52-48, and for the Oaks, Nick High with 15 points and Luke Wieskamp with 12 leading the way. That first half had everything. Menlo came back from a 27-10 deficit. There was technical fouls flying all over the place. There was people getting in each other's faces. There was big shots being hit on both sides. And that was just the first half, and we have one more half to go here in Atherton between these two teams. What a pleasure it is to be here for this game tonight. I am Kyle Morrison here on the Pac West Network. And Menlo up 52-48. As we take a look at the numbers, Menlo shooting 62%, which is incredible. Chaminade shooting 52%, which actually was a major decrease from what they were shooting early in the first half. Chaminade winning the turnover battle, with Menlo turning it over 11 times, Chaminade only 6. But Chaminade will get the ball first here to start the second half of play. And here we go, folks. Buckle those seatbelts. Banks with possession. Banks gives it to McDonald. McDonald, bad pass there to Medina, and Medina's going to throw it out of bounds. And now officials are trying to figure out if Medina had it tipped off of his hands, and it looks like it was indeed tipped. So Chaminade will keep possession. Banks will pass it in. But first, one of our officials will go over and talk about something that has to do with the clock. And now we'll reset and get going. And now the officials are talking something else over. So we're only 11 seconds into the second half and already a pause in play here and some confusion. And here we go. Banks will pass it in. Banks in for Medina. Medina looking for McDonald. Gets inside, puts up the shot, no good, and rebounded by Brown. Here comes Menlo. Menlo up by 4. Brown threads that pass to Unawakalo. Not now he found him, and maybe that's part of why, because Unawakalo was out of bounds. So Chaminade will get the ball back. So 2 unsuccessful possessions here for both teams to start the second half of play. Chris King will pass it in here for Chaminade. Checking in on Vanguard and Jessup. That's quite the game as well. Vanguard up 52-51 against Jessup and Rockland. Those two teams competing with Chaminade for the final 5 playoff spots in the Pac West. Yes, there are still 5 playoff spots that have yet to be determined in the Pac West. King passes it out for King. King for 3. That's no good. High rebound is brought in by Wieskamp. So Menlo continuing to play good defense here. Brown with the ball. Brown gives it to Moxie. Screen for Brown here. Brown walks into a 3, and that's good. Kai Brown nails the 3, and it's 55-48. Brown's got 6 points. Brown was just like, okay, I'll take this, as soon as he found himself wide open. King hands it off to Banks. Banks, nice pass to McDonald inside. McDonald, spin move, and he gets the floater to go. That was a great move by McDonald. Very patient there on the block. High's got to pass it in. Again, full court pressure from Chaminade. Menlo was much better at breaking up this full court pressure at the end of the first half than they were at the beginning. High dribbles into a 3. He takes it, and that's good. The 3s are flying for Menlo. Menlo is now shooting over 60% on 3. Is coming back the other way. Banks makes the shot, and it's 58-52. Moxie has that ball knocked away by King. Battle for the ball. King gets it. Here comes Chaminade. They got a 4 on 3, and it's going to lead to a layup for King. 58-54, and the offense continuing to come fast and furiously. 4-point game. Moxie has it. Moxie to High. High passes it up here to Wieskamp. Wieskamp to Brown. Brown for 3. That's good. Kai Brown nails the 3. It's 61-54. Pass up the court. King has it. King layup. That's good. It's 61-56, and no one's playing defense right now. It makes for an exciting game, but I'm sure both head coaches are pulling their hair out. High up the floor here. High spin move, and he gets fouled. So just about 2:30 gone here in the second half. Menlo will inbound it. Both these teams may score 100 points here today with the way that these two teams are playing, or should I say not playing, defense. Nick High will pass it in. This is Moxie. Moxie passes it to Brown. Brown to Unuakalu. Unuakalu for the layup. That's good. It's 63-56. Menlo shooting 100% still here in the second half. 7-point game. Medina passes it to King. King gets inside. King puts up the layup. Blocked by Wieskamp. And then a bad pass as High wasn't paying attention. It wasn't the pass that was bad. High doesn't pay attention again. Now he gets it. High out to Brown. Brown takes the 3. No good. Rebound Unuakalu. Unuakalu has it. Out to Wieskamp. Wieskamp for 3. That's no good. And rebounded by High on the offensive boards. High puts it up, and that's good. It's 65-56. Menlo is playing their butts off right now. Banks passes it here to King. King back to King. This is Banks. 9-point game, biggest lead so far for Menlo. Banks, spin move, puts up the shot, it's good. 65-58. Nice shot there from Banks. Chaminade will continue to play full court pressure. Pass into Moxie. Moxie able to get past that full court pressure pretty easily here as he brings it into the front court. Moxie trying to get around the defenders here, walks the baseline, passes it out to Brown. Brown gets inside, passes it out for High. High for 3, and that is good! The shooters roll! Nick High! Give him 23 points! Ball is loose. Moxie's got it. It's a 10-point lead for Menlo. They can add on. Moxie to Brown. Brown the layup. It's good. 70-58. Chaminade calls timeout. Menlo with a 12-point lead here with just over 4 minutes gone here in the second half. We go to our first media timeout. Off this timeout called by Chaminade, and Menlo is up by double digits. We're going to break. You're watching the Pac West Network.
My name is Sage Para. Before transferring here to Menlo College, I attended a university of about 30,000 students. I didn't know my professors, they didn't know me. And I really didn't want that. I wanted an atmosphere that was more personable, where I got to know my professors and they got to know me. And I also wanted to know my peers. And so, lucky for me, one of my family members reached out and mentioned Menlo College to me, and it's been the best decision of my college career. Being an Oak is being a part of a big family, and I can't wait to come back as an alumni and give back to this family that has given so much to me.
We come back 70-58 Menlo, and as we come back, let's just remind you where these two teams stand. Menlo's in last place in the Pac West. They've lost 11 in a row. Chaminade has won 3 in a row, and if they win today, they'll be tied for the 3rd seed in the Pac West. Yet, Menlo has come out here, and they have just been unconscious in this game. They're shooting 66%, 59% from 3. They're shooting 79% here in the second half. Unbelievable. They're up by 12. Banks with the ball. Passes it to McDonald. It gets away. This is Weish. Weish turns it over. Moxie's got it. Moxie's coming the other way. The layup is no good, but he's fouled. That's a touch foul there on Haddock. Haddock doesn't know where the foul was, and neither does Bovaird, the head coach for Chaminade. And we're going to go to timeout again here. So 15:37 remaining here in the second half, 70-58 Menlo. We'll be back after this break. You're watching the Pac West Network.
Hi everyone, we're the women's basketball team. We're super excited for this new year, and we truly appreciate any help you can give us. Whatever you can give will be great. Thank you so much. Go Oaks!
So the Chaminade timeout, I guess, was separate from the media, and so that was the media timeout. 70-58, Menlo out in front. And Menlo's going to shoot free throws here. Jonathan Moxie at the line. Moxie's got 3 points. Here comes the first shot from Moxie, and it's good. Moxie, a 71% free thrower coming into these free shots right here. 71-58. Here comes the second shot. That's good. 72-58. Menlo's up by 14. Weish with the ball. He gives it to Banks. Banks up the court here to Sasser. Sasser to McDonald. McDonald trying to get past Brumfield, and he's fouled. That's the first foul here of the half for Menlo. And Banks will pass it in. Gives it in here to Haddock, and Haddock's fouled by Brumfield. That was pretty clear. So Brumfield's second foul. And Chaminade will pass it in once more. So after not committing a foul for the first 4 minutes and change here of the second half, Menlo commits 2 in about 5 seconds. Maybe less than that, maybe like 3 seconds. Banks looking for an option. He can't find one yet, and he turns it over. Great defense from Menlo. Moxie passes it up to Brown. Brown to Moxie. Moxie to Brown. Brown trying to find a player, gives it to Wieskamp. Wieskamp puts it up, that's no good. Rebound by Brumfield. Brumfield misses, but he goes to the line. And it just seems like these 50-50 balls that could go either direction, are just finding a way to the Oaks right now. Brumfield has yet to score today, but he'll go to the free throw line here. Brumfield, an 80% free thrower. He makes the first shot. 73-58. Came in averaging 5 points per game. Remind you again, Menlo was down by 17 points early in this game. It was 27-10, and now Menlo's up by 15. Here comes the second shot. It's good. 16-point game, unbelievable. 74-58. King in the backcourt here. And Chaminade answer. King gives it to Haddock. Haddock gives it to Medina. If they're going to answer, this guy's going to have something to do with it. Medina gives it to King. King trying to find a lane here. Menlo playing great defense. Medina, long three, and it's blocked by Moxie. Brown coming up the court. Brown gets inside. Brown makes the layup. It's 76-58. And now Menlo is starting to put the route on Chaminade. Medina gets inside. Medina makes the layup. Tough shot for Medina. Wow. Medina's got 18 points. Again, if Chaminade's going to get back in this, Medina's going to have something to do with it. Brown dribbles into a three, and he makes it. Kai Brown for three. He's got 16 points. Everything's fallen. 79-60. King to Sasser, and that's a travel. Now Menlo's 19-point lead is bigger than the largest lead that Chaminade had early in the game. If you saw that coming, I want to know what year you're from. You might be from the future. Brown in the backcourt here. Brown into the front court. Brown gets inside, passes it out. Moxie for three. No good. Rebounded by Brumfield. Brumfield puts it up. That's no good. Here comes Sasser the other way. Chaminade's got numbers. Sasser gets inside, and he'll get fouled. So Sasser will go to the free throw line. Sasser's got 4 points here today. He's yet to go to the line. Sasser is not a good free throw shooter, 49%. Both teams with 3 fouls here in the second half, and Sasser misses the first free throw. Nick High with 23 points, Kai Brown with 16. High's 8 of 9, Brown's 5 of 8. Nick High's season high is 27 points, and he's 4 away. Out of the game right now. Sasser's second shot, no good. Wakali with the rebound. That was a tough sequence there for Chaminade. Woods back in the game. He passes it ahead to Brown. Brown for three. Why not? No good. Unawakalu gets the rebound. Unawakalu, he gets blocked there by Sasser. Nice play. Haddock coming the other way. Haddock puts up the shot, and that's almost blocked, but then the recovery there by King as he tips it in, and it's 79-62. Thompson running the baseline here, gives it to Woods. Woods back to Thompson. Beautiful pass there. Thompson running up the court. Thompson gets it taken away by Sasser. Sasser up to Haddock. Haddock gives it up to King. King gets blocked by Unawakalu, but that's a goaltend. And now it's 79-64. Unawakalu can't believe it. He thought he had that block clean. But that's the call on the floor. Someone's got to inbound it here for Menlo. And now Jamison Montgomery is arguing. And here comes the pass in. So 79-64 the score here after that goaltend. Thompson will pass it in. And mass subs coming in here for Menlo as High, Moxie, and Beasley will check into the game. Beasley will pass it in here for the Oaks. Well, if Menlo, and there's a long way to go, and Chaminade's a very good team, but if Menlo finds a way to win this game, that could be a program-changing win for Jamison Montgomery. With how far they were down, with the implications of this game for Chaminade, the fact that they played like this can give the program a lot of confidence. Unawakalu turns it over to King. So some soppy play here from Menlo. King the other way, and he's blocked by Unawakalu. He didn't get the block on the last one, but he gets it here. Uno Akalu's first block of the day. And folks, this Menlo crowd is electric. Haddock will pass it in here for Chaminade. Into Medina. Medina spin move out of the corner. Gets inside, puts up the shot. That's good. 13-point game. Here comes Chaminade. 79-66. Woods gets it into Beasley. Beasley over the Moxie. Well, you know Chaminade's going to make a run. Can Menlo survive it? Moxie calling out the play. Moxie to Uno Akalu. Uno Akalu puts it up. No good. Here's the rebound from Haddock. Here comes Chaminade. King up the floor to Medina. Medina thought about the three. Takes a dribble. Steps over. Shoots it. No good. Uno Akalu lets it go out of bounds. That's a good call because Sasser touched it last. So Menlo will pass it in. Well, this basketball game in many ways has kind of felt like an old-fashioned pickup game. It's just been haymakers thrown back and forth. People running up and down the court. Optional defense for much of it. And it's been a lot of fun. Woods gets the ball. Woods loses it and then gets it back. Now Woods in trouble. And he gets out of it, gives it to High. High steps into a three. He shoots it. He makes it and one! Nick High! 26 points! 1 point away from his season high! It's 82-66. What a tough foul. What a bad foul there from Chaminade. So High will go to the line. His career high in points is also 27, so he makes this. This equals his career high. And would put the Oaks up by 17. He does. He's got 27 points. Nick High is 9 of 10 from the field. And he's 3 of 3 from 3. King with the ball. King along the baseline, passes out to Medina. Medina out to Haddock. Haddock for 3, and that's good. Haddock drains the 3, and it's a 14-point game, 83-69. Woods up the court. Woods to Wieskamp, he loses it. King has it, up to King. King to Haddock. Haddock, layup, good. 83-71, it's a 12-point game. Chaminade sticking in it. Woods up the court. Woods, mid-range jumper, that is no good. Battle for the rebound brought in by Medina. So Chaminade playing quickly here. King gets inside, and King is fouled and one. Kent King with the make and the foul. This game is a 10-point game now. And the Silver Swords will not go silent into the good night. 83-73 as we go to our second media timeout here of the second half. You're watching the PacWest Network.
My name is Sage Para. Before transferring here to Menlo College, I attended a university of about 30,000 students. I didn't know my professors, they didn't know me, and I really didn't want that. I wanted an atmosphere that was more personable, where I got to know my professors and they got to know me, and I also wanted to know my peers. And so, lucky for me, one of my family members reached out and mentioned Menlo College to me, and it's been the best decision of my college career. Being an Oak is being a part of a big family, and I can't wait to come back as an alumni and give back to this family that has given so much to me.
The fact that we have 11:24 left in this game is truly a present from the universe, because this has been a phenomenal contest here between Menlo and Chaminade. And with an opportunity to convert a three-point play here, Kent King is going to go to the line to try to bring this game back to within single digits. King has 16 points. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line today. Medina leading the way for Chaminade with 20 points. Here in the second half, Chaminade shooting 63%, Menlo shooting 53%. Overall, Chaminade shooting 56% and Menlo shooting 58%. Menlo shooting 57% from 3. Chaminade is only shooting 33% from 3, which in many ways is the difference in the game. Menlo's got 12 three-pointers to Chaminade's 5. Menlo out offensive rebounding Chaminade as well, 7-4. Menlo has committed more turnovers, though, 16 to Chaminade's 10. So King at the line here. And these officials are still talking something over. And now we're ready to go. So the official's going to come over to Montgomery and tell him something. All right, so King at the line. I sincerely don't know what we're waiting for here. And now we'll get the shot from King. Here comes the shot. It's good. So it's a single-digit game, 83-74. Menlo's got to keep their hands on the reins here. Moxie in the backcourt being pressured, as every Menlo guard has been all game long. Moxie over the timeline. Pass to Wieskamp is knocked away. Moxie gets it back. High arcing pass to Brown that's almost taken away. Brown takes the three, no good, and rebounded by King. Well, Brown, that was a heat check right there. Pass to King. King for three. That's no good. Rebounded by High. So High brings down the rebound. He's now got 5 of those to go along with his 27 points. Moxie over the timeline. And Moxie is fouled as King pushes him out of bounds. King's second foul. That's Chris King with his second foul. Beasley will pass it in. Substitution here is Banks will come in for Medina. So Bovaird will try to get Medina a little bit of rest because he's going to need him in the stretch run. Kai Brown with the ball. Brown double teamed here. Trying to run around these defenders. Gives it to High. High inside to Wieskamp. Wieskamp almost loses it, and he's fouled. Banks picks up the foul, and that was a bailout there for Menlo because I think Wieskamp was going to lose it. So Brown will pass it in now. 6 fouls already in the half for Chaminade. One more foul, and Menlo will be in the single bonus. Moxie to Wieskamp, to Beasley, to Brown. Brown dribbles in. Layup is no good. Couldn't get it over the rim. McDonald with the rebound. Banks up the court. Banks inside, puts up the shot. It's good. 7-point game, 83-76. Here come the Silver Swords. Moxie's going to calm things down here. Moxie dribbles inside, passes it out. Brown for three, no good. Rebound High. Nice rebound there from High. He puts up the shot, it's good. Nick High has a career high, 29 points. Timeout on the floor as Moxie went down. And now everything is going to get cleared up. King will pass it in for Chaminade, 9-point game. High now with 29 points. Again, a career high for him. He's 10 of 11 on field goals. He's got 6 rebounds go with those 29 points. Nick High with a legacy game right now. Banks across the timeline. Banks looking for options. Gives it up to King. King between the leg dribble. Gives it to King. King, high post. King gives it up to Banks, and Banks stepped out of bounds. Big break there for Menlo. So Menlo with an opportunity to lift themselves to a double-digit advantage once again here if they can score. Thompson gets it in to Brown. Brown slows it down here. He's been so good for Menlo in the second half of the season. Brown passes to Unawakalu. Unawakalu inside, puts up the shot. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. It's ticking off of bodies. Beasley gets it. Beasley gives it to Wieskamp. Wieskamp for three. No good. Rebounded by Banks. Menlo's cooled down on shooting here. Banks gets inside, puts up the shot. That is good. 85-78. My, oh my. How will this game end? Does Menlo have enough to hang on? Brown gives it to Wieskamp. Wieskamp to Thompson. Thompson, mid-range jumper. It's no good. Rebounded McDonald. Chaminade can cut it to 5 or 4. King up the floor here. King is going to post up Brown. King inside, puts up the shot, no good, gets his own rebound. King again puts it up, that's also no good. He gets his own rebound again, and just like a guy banging his head against the wall until he gets through, King will get to the line. King with 17 points. He's 2 of 3 from the line. Again, if he makes both these free throws, it's a 5-point game. King's first shot. Good. 85-79. Mass substitutions here for both teams. King's got 18 points. If he makes this shot, he'll be at 19. What a game. Here's the second shot. No good, off the front rim, rebounded by Thompson. So it's a 6-point game. Brown's got the ball. We're at 8:20 on the clock. If it gets under 8, the next stoppage will be the media. Brown gives it to Wieskamp. Wieskamp to Thompson. Thompson gives it to High. High, trying to get around a defender here. Back out to Brown. 7 seconds of the shot clock. Brown throws it away. Here comes Chaminade. Medina with the ball. Medina thought about the three, might have shuffled the feet there. Keeps possession. King has it now. King gives it to Sasser. Sasser trying to post up Brown. Sasser, spin move. Sasser puts it up. No good. Gets his own rebound, then puts it in. 85-81. It's a 4-point game. Chaminade with the comeback from 19 points. These two teams going back and forth, back and forth. Brown with the ball. Brown almost gets tripped up there. Brown gives it to Thompson. Thompson gets inside, tries to posterize Sasser there, but he gets blocked away. Sasser up the court, and he gets fouled. That's the 6th team foul for Menlo. And that'll take us to the media timeout. 85-81. I feel like we should be playing some Rocky Balboa music right now because this is going to be one heck of a final 7-19 here in this game. Can Menlo pull off one of the biggest upsets of the season in the Pac West, or will Chaminade get the win and give themselves a big shot to make it to the Pac West tournament with 2 games left to play? We'll find out after this break. You're watching the Pac West Network. $85-81, and right now the Menlo College student section is screaming at the Menlo College bench, trying to get them locked in. Folks, this is a 3-21 team, 3-23, excuse me, and these fans are cheering them on like this is a championship game. Can't make this up. 85-81, Menlo out in front. Banks is going to pass it in. And it seems like after every timeout, these referees have to talk something over. So now we're good to go. Banks to Sasser on the alley-oop, and he dunks it! 85-83, highlight reel play. It's a 2-point game. Brown to Thompson. Thompson over the timeline. Unawakalu with the ball. Unawakalu out to Brown. It's a 2-point game with 7 minutes to play. Brown guarded closely here. Brown to Moxie. Moxie gets inside to High, misses the shot, battle for the rebound, out of bounds, it goes Chaminade's way. Chaminade was down by 19. They were down 79-60, and they had the chance to take the lead or tie on this possession. Banks to Medina. Medina thought about the three, instead throws up an off-balance shot. That's no good. He was trying to get fouled, and Medina might be hurt. He's behind the play. This ball's knocked away. Chaminade's coming back the other way. Haddock to Sasser. Sasser passes it off to King. King to layup. It's good. We're tied, but a timeout as Medina is hurt. Medina's got to come off the floor. So Chaminade just ties it up. They come back from 19 down. They're on a 25-6 run, but now their best player may have to leave the game, and we don't know how long he's going to have to stay out. Medina's going back to the locker room. So Thompson's going to pass it in. It's a tie game, 85-85, 6:24 to go. Brown passes it to Moxie. Moxie up to High, spin move. Gives it to Moxie. Moxie's going to settle things down here. Moxie between the legs dribbles. Gives it to Thompson. Thompson to High. High puts up the shot, misses it on an air ball, saves his own shot, gives it to Unawakalu. This is out to Brown now. 5 seconds to the shot clock. Brown's got to make something happen. Brown puts it up. It's good. Kai Brown makes the layup. 87-85, and now another player for Chaminade is hurt. Sasser is limping. Sasser, I think he might have banged knees there with Kai Brown. Brown up to 18 points. And now Sasser has to go back to the bench. So 2 players in the last 30 seconds for Chaminade have had to limp over to the bench. Haddock will pass it in here to Banks. This entire gym is steering defense. This is the loudest I've heard this gym all year. Banks gets inside. Banks throws it out for King. King gets inside. Puts up the shot. He's fouled and he misses the shot, but he'll go to the line. King yelling at himself. He feels like he should have made that shot. King with 18 points here today. He's 3 of 5 from the line. If he makes both of these, we're tied again. We'll see if Medina or Sasser can come back. First shot from King is good, 87-86. Well, if Medina can't return, King is going to have to take the offensive brunt. He's their second leading scorer, and he makes both free throws. We're tied at 87. Passing to Moxie. Medina's limping back to the bench. And Medina's going to try to come back into the game, I think, and this ball's knocked away, and he'll stay with Menlo. Bad pass there from Moxie. He's lucky that the Yokes will keep the ball. 87-87, 5:31 to go. What more could you ask for? Kai Brown is going to give way to Thompson here, who will pass it in. Thompson into Brown. Brown across the timeline. He's double-teamed, trapped here, and Brown throws it off of King. Brown does a nice job there of escaping the trap. That was almost disaster there for Menlo. So Thompson will pass it in once again with 18 seconds of the shot clock, 5:27 remaining here in the game. Thompson to Brown. So Brown goes into the backcourt to retrieve it. Brown to Wieskamp. Wieskamp to Moxie. Moxie to Thompson. This ball's on the ground and is picked up by Haddock. Chaminade with a chance to take the lead. Haddock almost got fouled there. King has it. Back out to King. The last lead Chaminade had was 47-46. McDonald posting up here on High. McDonald underneath the basket, puts it up. It's good and one. Fletcher McDonald gives Chaminade a 2-point lead. McDonald up to 11 points, and he goes to the line. McDonald is a 59% free thrower. He's not great at the line. More substitutions in here for Menlo. Unawakalu will come in. as well as Sheridan. McDonald's fresh in the double digits. The fifth player for Chaminade in double digits, and he makes the shot to convert the and one. 3-point gain, Chaminade has the lead. 90-87. Brown passes into Moxie. Back to Brown. Less than 5 minutes to go. Brown across the timeline. Brown to the right. Gives it to Unawakalu. Wieskamp to Sheridan. Sheridan to Unawakalu. Unawakalu to Moxie. Wide open 3-point shot is no good. Battle for the rebound. Brown saves it, but he saves it right back to Chaminade. This is King. He pushes up for Haddock. Haddock for three. No good. And it goes over the backboard, so that's out of bounds. Menlo will get the ball. Can Nathan Medina come back in this game? He's massaging that leg. He really wants to come back in. Again, this is a huge game for Chaminade. Moxie, offensive foul. He used the shoulder to try to get separation there from Haddock. And that's a mistake there for Menlo. It's an offensive foul, though, so it will not lead to free throws, despite the fact that's the 9th foul of the half here for the Oaks. Not that anyone should really care with how good this game is going, but there's a great game up in Rockland right now. Vanguard's just won the game 75-71 over Jessup. So Vanguard moves to 11-9. Jessup falls to 11-10. And if Chaminade loses this game, they will be tied with Vanguard amongst a slew of other teams for 5th place in the Pac-West tournament. Banks passes into McDonald. Back out to Banks. McDonald, the pass to Haddock. Haddock! No good, but he'll go to the line. So Haddock, that's the 10th foul there for Menlo, so there will be no single bonus for Chaminade here in this half. Haddock at 7 points. He's 2 of 2 from the line. And Medina's going to come back into the game. Looks like Medina got that entire knee wrapped as Haddock misses the first free throw, and he's sitting close to the bench. Poverd, the head coach for Chaminade, jumping up and down with nervous energy over there after that missed free throw. Second shot coming from Haddock. That's good. So it's a 2-possession game now, and here comes Medina in for Haddock. So Medina's going to give it a go here for the final 4:26. High will pass it in to Brown. Menlo down by 4. They were up by as much as 19 here in the second half. Brown gives it to Wieskamp. Wieskamp to Sheridan. Sheridan gives it to High. High out to Sheridan. Sheridan stepped out of bounds. Mistake there for Menlo. And Chaminade will get it back. Well, Menlo has lost pretty much all their momentum here over the last 5-6 or so minutes. And now they're in a situation where they need to stop, or Chaminade will open some real daylight between them and the Oaks. 91-87. Banks will take his time coming up the floor. Next dead ball will be the media. Banks gives it to Medina. Medina, spin move. Medina passes it out, threads the pass to King. King, corner three, no good. And Thompson gets the rebound. That was a tough shot there from King. Brown up the floor. Brown trying to get around McDonald here. Passes it to High. High dribbles in, puts up the shot. That's good. Nick High continues his career night. 91-89. High's got 31. King gets fouled. So King will go to the free throw line, and the Menlo fans are not happy about it. And we will go to break. 91-89. Menlo was down by 17 in the first half. Chaminade was down by 19 in the second half. And we sit at a 2-point game with 3:25 to go. We'll take a break. You're watching the Pac-West Network.
Menlo College is a small private 4-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
91-89, Chaminade out in front here with 3:25 remaining in regulation. And out of the timeout, Chaminade will shoot free throws as King will go to the line, Chris King. Medina back on the bench here. He tried to give it a go, but Haddock subs back in for him here. King, who comes into these free throws with 10 points. And once again, the officials have to figure something out of the timeout. Just seems like after every timeout, we're getting these stoppages. And look, I get it. Like, you want to make sure you get everything right, but this is a great game, and you want to keep the rhythm of the game. So, official over there talking to the men and women at the scorer's table to figure out the time on the clock. King at the line. Here's his first shot. It's no good. King misses the first shot. He's now 2 of 3 from the line. He's got 10 points. His brother's got 20. And now this crowd's getting rowdy. Here's the second shot. That's good. So 92-89. Thompson will pass it in. Gives it into Brown. Brown being double teamed. He's trapped. Brown's got to get rid of it. Brown throws it ahead to High. High gives it up to Thompson. Somehow Menlo escapes. Thompson up to Wieskamp. Wieskamp gets blocked there by Banks. Wieskamp gets hit, and Wieskamp will go to the line. So Wieskamp, who's yet to shoot a free throw today, will go to the free throw line. He's got 12 points. They're on 3-point makes. If he makes both these free throws, it'll be a 1-point game. Menlo will now be in the single bonus for the next few fouls. Wieskamp's first shot is no good. Tough miss there for Wieskamp. Wieskamp, a 73% free thrower. Here's the second shot. And he misses both. Tough trip to the line there for Wieskamp. Banks gets the rebound. 3 minutes to go. 3-point game. Chaminade looking to go up by more than just one possession here. Banks throws it over to King. King guarded by Wieskamp. King throws it out and turns it over. Thompson's got it. Here comes Thompson the other way. Thompson puts up the shot. It's good and one. Quentin Thompson will go to the line with a chance to tie things up here with 2:51 remaining. Quentin Thompson with 8 points. He's 0 of 2 from the line. He does struggle from the free throw line. He's only a 61% free throw shooter. And the officials are going to review this play. And the Menlo bench is very upset as the officials go to take a look. So another replay review here. And with 2:51 remaining, we'll take a quick break. 92-91, Chaminade out in front. We'll be back in here in just a bit. You're watching the Pac-West Network. So the officials are still looking at that last play, and I'd wager they're either looking at whether the foul was on the floor or in the act of shooting. And the officials are going to talk it over and decide what they'd like to do here. Or they're reviewing who made the foul. Got a lot of replay reviews here between these two games. And so Riley over there with the computer replay is definitely getting a nice day of working. And they're saying the foul was on the floor. So it'll just be 2 free throws then. It's 92-89. And Thompson will go to the free throw line. So that's what they were reviewing. They were reviewing whether the foul was on the floor or not. So now Thompson got to make both those free throws. Here's the shot. It's good. 92-90. Again, Thompson's a 61% foul shooter. Trying to go 2 for 2 from the line here. The second shot is good. It's a 1-point game, 92-91. King will pass it in to Banks. Banks being pressured here by Thompson. Banks gets it past the timeline. This crowd going ballistic. Banks trying to thread the needle to King. What a pass, and King will get fouled. And I don't know what King wants them to review. I think he wants them to review it was a goaltend. I didn't see anything that would lend me to believe it was a goaltend. And guess what? We're going to replay. These officials are going to review it. So 92-91. And we are getting another replay review. Chaminade out in front. Pac West Network, you're watching it. We'll be back after this break.
My name is Sage Para. Before transferring here to Menlo College, I attended a university of about 30,000 students. I didn't know my professors, they didn't know me, and I really didn't want that. I wanted an atmosphere that was more personable, where I got to know my professors and they got to know me, and I also wanted to know my peers. And so, lucky for me, one of my family members reached out and mentioned Menlo College to me.
So 92-91 out of the timeout, and the officials deciding it was indeed not a goaltend. So King will go to the line. Kent King with 20 points. He's 5 of 7 from the free throw line tonight. His first shot is good. Gets the shooter's roll. 93-91. King now with 21 points. He leads the way for Chaminade. Here's the second shot. And it's good. 94-91 the score. So Thompson will pass it in. Brown gets it. He gets past the defense here. Brings it into the front court. Brown still being pressured, and he's fouled. Haddock pushed him. So now Brown will go to the line. And Brown will shoot 1 and 1. Kai Brown, again, a 70% free thrower. He's 3 of 4 on free throws here tonight. He's got 18 points. First shot from Brown is good. So he makes the all-important first end of the 1 and 1, and it's 94-92. Second shot here for Brown is good. He's got 20. So 2 players with 20-plus points here for Menlo. Banks bringing it up the floor. 94-93 the score. Banks being pressured here by Brown. Banks throws it up for McDonald. McDonald has that one go out of bounds. It was knocked away. So 2:18 left on the clock. 94-93. Banks will pass it in. Banks gets it to Medina. Medina in the corner here. Medina to McDonald. Medina with 9 seconds of the shot clock. 8, 7, 6. The two-point shot is no good, rebounded by High. So the miss there from King, and Menlo can take the lead here on this possession with 2 minutes to go. Brown will take his time. He comes into the front court. Brown gives it to Thompson. Thompson trying to get by King here, almost loses it. Now they're on the ground, and that's a foul. A foul on King. King doesn't think so. He's pleading his case over to the bench. And that means it is 2 shots now, because that's the 10th team foul for Chaminade. 2 shots for Quentin Thompson. And if Thompson makes one, it's a tie game. If he makes both, it's a lead for Menlo. Thompson with 8 points here tonight. He's 2 of 4 on foul shots. Thompson's first shot is good. Tie game, 94-94. Thompson with a chance to give Menlo the lead. Here's the shot. It's good. 95-94. Menlo back in the lead. Now they need a stop. Medina with the ball. Less than 2 minutes to go. Medina gives it to King. King, the leading scorer tonight for Chaminade, gives it back to Medina. He's their best player. He throws up a 3. That's no good. Battle for the rebound. It's on the ground. McDonald's got it. McDonald loses it. And High picks it up. Now McDonald trying to take it back. He gets it back. It's on the ground. There's bodies flying everywhere. The pass to King. The layup is good. 96-95. And timeout on the floor as Bedlam reigns. And the officials pointing to King here. I don't know what the stoppage was. That was utter chaos, and it ends up in a layup for Chaminade. It's 96-95. Thompson is going to pass it in here. King is jawing with Thompson, which is no surprise with the way these two teams have played here tonight. This has been pure theater with the passion we've seen from both these sides. 96-95, and we're waiting here for the floor to get mopped up because, as you'd imagine, after a play like that, there's sweat everywhere. So, Menlo down by 1. They have the ball. They need to get this in cleanly. They pass it into Brown. Brown trying to get across the timeline. High pass to Wieskamp. It's off his hands. And it's saved by Unawakalu. Battle for the ball. Thompson has it. What a play by Unawakalu. And now a timeout for Menlo. 96-95. We'll keep it right here. 1:03 remaining here in the second half. Unawakalu might have just made the play of the game there when he saved that ball from going out of bounds. And saved a possession for Menlo after what was just utter chaos on the other side that led to a layup for King and gave Chaminade the 1-point lead. There's 1:03 remaining here in this game. Menlo will have the ball with 17 seconds on the shot clock. These two teams have just been throwing haymakers at each other from the very beginning of this game. Reminder, Chaminade went up 27-10 at the start, and then at one point, Menlo was up 79-60. This crowd has been phenomenal all night, and this last 1:03 will decide who wins this epic. Thompson will pass it in. Thompson into Moxie. This crowd's chanting, "Let's go Menlo." Moxie. Back to the basket. Out to Brown. Brown for 3. That's no good. Wieskamp the rebound. He puts up the layup. That's good. A putback from Wieskamp. It's 97-96. Banks brings it up the court and a timeout for Chaminade. Wieskamp in the right place at the right time. He gets the putback layup, and Menlo retakes the lead. Wieskamp with 14 points. So now the question becomes, 26 seconds of the shot clock. Chaminade, will they go for a 2-for-1? I would doubt it considering how important this possession is, but if they don't, Menlo should be assured the last possession of the game, even if Chaminade makes the shot here. And a reminder, even if Chaminade makes the 3, it's still a 2-point game, which means that Menlo would only need a 2 to tie or a 3 to go ahead. And who's going to take the shot here for Chaminade? I mean, Medina's in the game, but he doesn't look like he's 100%. He's walking around with a giant wrap around his right leg. Kent King has been great tonight, so would he be the one that Chaminade trusts in this situation? He's got 24 points on 8 of 15 shooting. And so Bovaird with a lot of decisions to make. A reminder of what's at stake in this game. If Chaminade wins, they go to 12-8. They're tied with Hawaii Pacific and Fresno Pacific for the number 3 seed in the Pac West tournament. If they lose, they fall to 11-9, and they're tied with Vanguard, Dominican, and Concordia, all for the final spot in the Pac West tournament. The final 2 spots, that is. King will pass it in here to Banks. This place is going nuts. Banks being guarded here by Brown. Banks gives it to King. King back to the basket on Moxie. Moxie falls down. King doesn't realize it. King gives it to Medina. 10 seconds of the shot clock. Medina gets inside, throws it up. No good. Battle for the rebound. It's going up. Banks gets it. Banks puts it up. It's good. Chaminade retakes the lead. It's 98-97. 23.2 seconds left to go. Again, Menlo will get the last possession, and Jameson Montgomery will call timeout. Kai Brown hit the 3 before the timeout. And so everyone, of course, reacts to that, but of course it doesn't count. Are you having fun yet, folks? I am. This is the greatest job in the world. Banks hit the shot on the other side in what was a mayhem of a possession. He's able to get the layup on the putback, so it's a 1-point game. Again, Menlo should get the last shot here. If they don't get the last shot, it's a mistake, especially if they miss it. So, Jameson Montgomery, he's got a book of plays. He's going to pick the best one. What is your best play? Reminder, for Menlo, this right here is their national championship game. A chance to spoil a Pac West rival in Chaminade. A chance after such a hard season to get a big win here at home. Something their fans can get excited about. Something that can give this program momentum going into following years. And there's 19.2 seconds on the clock. 98-97, Chaminade in front. Thompson will pass it in. Thompson, Brown, Moxie, Wieskamp, and High on the floor here for Menlo. King, Banks, McDonald, Haddock, and King on the floor for Chaminade. Thompson passes it into Moxie. Moxie with the shot clock off. We'll let some time come off the clock. 13, 12, 11. Brown with the ball now. 10, 9, 8. Brown dribbles towards the basket. Brown puts up the shot. No good, but a putback by Wieskamp. 99-88. Here comes King down the floor. King with 1 second. Throws up the shot. That's no good. Menlo College has won the game. Menlo College has won the game. They win 99-98. Luke Wieskamp, the hero, the putback layup for the win. And Luke Wieskamp gives Menlo their biggest win of the season at home against Chaminade. What a game, and what a night for these fans here in the South Bay. Luke Wieskamp with 16 points and the biggest putback layup of his life. Menlo goes to 4-23 on the season. And in conference, they go to 4-17. This is their 3rd home win. They're 3-10. And this place is hyped. Don't you love sports? Don't you love sports? On a random Tuesday night in Atherton, California, the people in this gymnasium were not just treated to a great basketball game, a great showing of will by both teams, but they were treated to an expose of human passion. Wow. So Chaminade advances. Well, they follow the 13-13. They're now 11-9 in conference. And they're going to have a dogfight going forward to try to get in the Pac West tournament because of this loss. They'll play Dominican on February 26th and Jessup on February 28th. And we're going to get an interview with what I'm sure is going to be an extremely jovial Jamison Montgomery here in just a second. And here comes Coach to talk to us after the biggest win probably of his short career as the Menlo head coach. And he's here in just a second.
Kyle Morrison here with the head coach of the Menlo College Oaks, Jamison Montgomery. And Coach, that was one of the greatest games I've had the opportunity to watch. You guys go down by 17 to start the game, go up by 19. They storm all the way back, and you guys have to win it at the very last second on a Luke Wieskamp putback. I'm just going to leave this very open-ended. How would you rank this game as far as the games that you've coached so far in your career?
This one has legitimately been a roller coaster, ups and downs, and what I love about our guys is they stay resilient. They're a great offensive team, and they do a great job of just getting the ball up and down. And we kept our composure. We stayed together, and we fought, and we battled. And I'm so proud of that group, everything that we've been through this year, all the close losses that we've had. And for us to come out and get this win is a testament to those young men over there, and I'm super proud of those guys.
And that was something I was talking about in the broadcast. This game meant everything for Chaminade. This is a team that's still battling to try to make it to the Pac West tournament. For you guys, I mean, you're out of the conversation right now, but you came in here and showed almost as much, probably more passion than they did out there on the court, and they were playing really, really hard. How do you instill that kind of culture in your guys? I mean, them knowing that this game doesn't mean anything for them in the standings, yet they still came out here and gave a really good team, probably as much as they would want here tonight.
Well, as much as it doesn't mean anything as far as the record-wise or us going to the conference tournament, it means a lot to that group. And we talk about whether the record is a winning record, we're trying to build a winning culture here. And that's winning culture stuff, us just staying together and fighting every single day. I'm so proud of those guys. And you know what? The other thing is that we knew that they had something to play for. We wanted to be spoiler. We know we're not going to the tournament. Any team we play, we don't want them to go to the tournament as well.
I'm going to give you a chance to talk about a couple of your guys here. 3 of your guys, actually. Huge games from Nick High, career high. He has 31 points. Kai Brown also had a great game. And then Luke Wieskamp with the putback there. Talk about those 3 guys. I know you have probably a lot to say, but just talk about those 3 guys in the games they had here today.
First off, those guys are awesome. Nick had a heck of a game. You know, it's a credit to him. Senior, been battling ups and downs the whole season, but a credit to him. And then, you know, Kai and Luke, they're the heartbeat of our team. They're the heartbeat of our culture. They are our future, and those young men, they give it their all every time they're out there on the offensive and defensive side, and we're taking our lumps and learning, but I'm so proud of those guys, and they're continuing to fight every single time out there.
Final question for you, Coach. How do you feel right now?
On top of the world right now.
Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate your time, and congratulations on the win.
Let's go, Oaks. Let's go.
That was Jamison Montgomery after the game of the year. I'm going to say it here in the Pac West. Menlo College defeats Chaminade 99-88 right here on the Pac West Network. I'm Kyle Morrison. I hope y'all enjoyed this one because I sure did. Thank you so much for joining us here today at Heinz Print Pavilion here in Atherton, California. Once again, Menlo defeats Chaminade 99-88, and I hope all of you have a fantastic evening wherever you may be.